Hello everyone and welcome back to some more Battle Brothers. At the end of last episode we finally caught Hoggard the Weasel, and while we lost a few men, we did manage to cut off his head eventually. So we should be going back to Undheim soon to cash in, but first we need to take a quick look at our company because I have named all the peoples after patrons. So we've got UKC James. As James, he will be great value for our shield wall. We've got Brad, who used to be I don't remember the other character's name. It was like, nah, not important. Anyway, Brad's here. He's gonna level up now because he got enough experience, which is pretty great. We're gonna click there to level up. We get 3 buttons apparently. Right. So okay, so we've got 3 attribute points. Spend these points to increase any 3 out of 8 attributes per level up by a random amount. A single attribute can only be increased once per level up. Ah, so seeing how he's very good at having health, I'll probably give you some extra health. So we can't boost health anymore, which is fair enough. Resolve represents willpower and bravery. If we're gonna put you like as a tank, probably a good idea to upgrade your resolve and upgrade your fatigue as well, because the more armor you wear, the less fatigue you have. Yeah, that's how leveling up works. And then we get perks. So there's this giant list of perks available in the game. You can pick 11 of them, basically. As it says here, beyond the 11th character level, characters are veterans and will no longer gain perk points, but you can still continue to improve their attributes. So there's a couple of good things in here that, you know, seem really valuable. We've got fast adaptation. Gain an additional 8% chance to hit with each attack that misses an opponent. Bonus is reset upon landing a hit, which is not bad. Crippling strikes lowers the threshold to inflict injuries by 1/3 for both melee and ranged. Colossus, 25% extra hit points, while also reducing the chance to sustain debilitating injuries when being hit. So that's probably going to be something for Brad. He's going to be tanking with his armor and his health if need be. Next up, 9 lives. Once per battle, upon receiving a killing blow, survive instead with a few hit points. Of course, the next hit is going to be fatal. Probably. Bags and belts. Unlock 2 extra bag slots. So we've currently got 2 by default. We can give him a necklace, we can give him a quiver, if we were using any ranged weapons, and 2 backup things, like for example, maybe a shield. Yeah, I think we've got enough inventory space for you. Pathfinder. Learn to move in difficult terrain. So that's for like agile people. We've got the adrenaline perk, which gives you the adrenaline skill, which puts you first in the turn order for the next round, to have another turn before your enemies do. Feel the adrenaline rushing through your veins. Next up, recover. Unlocks a recover skill, which allows for resting a turn in order to reduce accumulated fatigue by 50%. On top of the 15 fatigue that you reset by default. And last but not least, student. Gain an additional 20% experience from battle. At the 11th character level, you gain an additional perk point, and this perk becomes inert. So this is basically investing for later, by the look of it. So yeah, I would like you to gain 20% more experience. If you survive, which you probably will actually, you have Survivor, which does help you stay alive longer. We've got Firefan the Wolf over here. He's also going to be going a level up. We'll probably increase his melee skill because he's really good at it. At least I think that's what that means. Don't need your ranged skill up. I would like your melee defense to be a bit higher. I'm also tempted to increase your maximum fatigue a little bit. Or initiative. Initiative's also pretty good. You've got like a decent amount of health at the moment. You've also got a decent amount of armor now. I'll probably upgrade your resolve, because it means you're less likely to fail morale checks. And no, I'll go for fatigue. Seems like a good thing to invest in. And then we'll give you the student perk as well. I just feel like that is going to be a really vital thing to have. You know, 20% extra experience till we reach level 11. That could easily be like 1,000 experience at the end, which is like one whole level at this point. So yeah, that's gonna be worth it if we survive long enough. And last up, Super Sarge, as who used to be Anton. You don't get a level up yet, sorry. I did give you a malicious spear and a buckler as a backup weapon though. So you're not going to be helpless in melee combat. That seemed a bit cruel. We've got some gear. We're going to sell this signet ring. It just seems like a random thing that you can sell for extra money. We'll try and sell our beer in Skorborg over there. We've got some terrible armor, which I will probably sell as well. We'll keep the linen tunic for now. And we might sell our wooden sticks here. Maybe the knife? We might sell the knife. We'll probably sell the woodcutter's axe, because I don't plan on using two-handed until we've got some better characters. But yeah, we'll go back to Norberg over here, which I mistakenly called Skorborg. And there's now a battle site over there. Now we do have to return to Undheim fairly soon, but it's... Norborg is on the way. I want to try and sell that beer. Along the way, Super Sarge joins your side. Got a moment, Captain? You nod for him to speak his mind. The battles left some gear worse for wear, and some men got a good nick in too. We can patch up both man and equipment while marching, but it's a lot faster to set down and do it. Of course, if we're making camp, we should be wary of ambushes. A campfire in these parts can be seen from every which way. I'll keep that in mind. There we go. Let's see... The armorer, sure. Yeah, we'll sell the sackcloth. You are ruined. Beer doesn't sell for anything, which is a darn shame. I'm not gonna buy anything because we can't afford anything, really. I may be able to hire someone else, down on their luck. Check out the marketplace. Oh. Nope, they just don't want my beer. Lessons learned. We'll sell the wooden sticks. I would like a bow, if I'm honest. Because, well, a crossbow is a good entry-level ranged weapon. As the tooltip says, effective in even the hands of laymen, but it requires almost a full turn to reload. If we get a bow, we should be able to get off 2 arrows per turn. Or one aimed one. Wait, what? We can get war dogs? Oh, that's cool. I like that. I like that a lot. We can pick up a padded surcoat. Worth 39. It's very broken at the moment. No, we're gonna pass on buying anything. We'll sell the ring though. It's worth 245, we'll be able to sell it for 260. And now we've actually got a fairly decent amount of cash. Not really enough to buy anything great, but yeah. Ooh, pitchfork. The pitchfork has a range of 2 tiles, but it's a pole arm and a 2-handed weapon in return. Does a decent amount of damage actually. So what we could do is we could have our shield wall set up and we could just have people with pitchforks poking through. It's not quite to the standards of Alexander's phalanx formations, but it's a start. I think we'll pick us up a quiver of arrows in preparation for when we find a bow. I would like a ranger with a bow eventually. And we'll go and see who's available for hire. Got a rat catcher here with quick reflexes. We've got Rollo, the shepherd, used to physical labor. Gunnar, a farmhand, used to physical labor. Erwin, a vagabond. Edmund the Tepid, Leaf the refugee. You probably don't have a lot of resolve, but you are cheap, so we'll hire you. There we go. We're back up to 6. We've got a decent amount of people. What are your skills, buddy? Fatigue, resolve, melee skill. It's a body, you know. We'll give you a sword, a shield, a tunic. You know what? We'll give you the better shield. It's slightly less broken. We'll fix the sword. You don't have a helmet right now, which is a bit troubling. Resolve's low, but that's to be expected. He's got a decent melee skill. He's gonna be a good line holder for a while. But I don't see Leaf really living too long. Sorry, Leaf. Any weapons? No, wait. I didn't want to look for weapons. I wanted to look for armor. Any helmets? Anything. Can't we just take this buckler and glue it to your hat? To your, like, hair or something? No. Oh, the marketplace got something cheap. That's worth 50. That's a pretty... the full Agaton cap. That's 50 armor. If we buy a heavily dented one, we could probably skim out on a bit of cost. Well, that said, do we really want to? You know what? Yeah, we'll get you a slightly dented one. We can fix that one up. We've got enough tools, right? It should be fine. And he's feeling good because he just signed up with a mercenary company. That's good. What are your traits? Superstitious. Oh, great. Also disloyal. Will be fast to leave should you run out of crowns or provisions. Background doesn't really give him anything. He's merely a man anxious to look ahead rather than behind. So let's not run out of money when he is around. And let's head over to Undheim. We need to start getting paid. Otherwise we're about to run out of funds. Which is not good. There we go. I could lock the camera. I'm just holding shift for now just to look at ourselves. The return to Undheim. The company returns to Undheim as victors. They're held much higher this time. The Eagles of Fortune are not the size that they once were, but they're still a force to be reckoned with, as Hoggart learned in his final moments. You carry his head in a sack, and you empty in front of Wernerd of Undheim's feet. He jumps back, but the healer quickly picks the head up, stares at it, and nods. Wernerd of Undheim approaches the brigand's bloodied face and eyes it carefully. Yes, that's his ugly mug, alright. Servants, pay this man his money. Coin in hand, you raise your voice to the men. As long as there is blood coursing through our veins, as long as we can hold sword and shield, there shall stand our company. All through the realm, people will know the Eagles of Fortune. The men cheer. Rat puts his hand on your shoulder. You did well, Captain. No matter where you lead us, the men will follow you as brothers in battle. You gain 400 crowns. As brothers. Let's check out Undheim. We've got... oh yeah, the cultist. Thanks, but no thanks. Here's the kite shield again, the reinforced metal coif. You know, I'm not gonna buy anything for now. Except maybe provisions in the marketplace. Oh, you do have a short bow. Worth 186. Can buy it for 172. You know what? I'm doing it. So much for me saying I'm not gonna buy anything, I know. We'll probably pick up some provisions as well. We can get roots and berries here fairly cheaply. It doesn't tell me how many like rations it's worth, which is a little bit annoying. Oh, it's 25, never mind. We've got a total of 34, so we can add 25 more. It's a pretty good deal. This is not worth that much. It's not gonna make them feel great. You know, it's easy to get though, which is what's important. That's gonna get us up by 25 more provisions. Should last us for 4 more days, which is still not great, but it's better than what we had before. So, let's head over to Super Sarge. You are now a bowman. Quiver of bolts? No, you get a quiver of arrows, man. That's a... yeah, just checking like, oh, that's a no ammunition thing. You should have extra range. Damage should be the same. We don't ignore quite as much armor, which is, you know, a good thing about crossbows. They fire a bolt very quickly, rather accurately, and they have a lot of piercing power. Whereas a short bow, for hunting, not really. You're gonna want longbows, like the old, made out of yew, English good old longbows. Although the Welsh initially used them first, if I remember correctly. That's gonna be like where your armor penetrating comes from at that point. But yeah, we'll be equipped for now, so that's good. Oh yeah, I wanted to sell the woodcutter's axe as well. I'm not gonna sell it here, I think. Should have probably done that in the other town. Oh well. Don't think we're gonna buy any bandages, although... it would be a pretty good deal. You know what? Fine. We'll try and keep our people alive. I'll give it to people who will probably end up needing it, so that'll be Siegfried the Rock, Firefan as well. You're going to be charging in a lot. There we go. That'll be us. Now what do we do now? I think we can't pick another contract up here. No, there's not a button there, which is fair enough. We'll head back down to Norberg and we'll see if we can like interact at the tavern or anything. We've got a reasonable 229 crowns at the moment, which is admittedly not great, but it could be significantly worse. Everything's closed at the moment. I should not be surprised at that. We check out the barracks? Anything with that to do? No? Oh, there's a supply caravan heading over there. Interesting. So we could potentially raid those. We can also see like the tracks of things and people. You know what? We'll set up camp. Just try and heal our fellows a little bit quicker. During camp, it falls to you, the commander, to see that the company succeeds not just in the battlefield, but also in fame and riches. And so you spend the evenings pondering about a bigger plan for the Eagles of Fortune in your tent, while the men talk and laugh around the fire. You're never going to become a legend, simply by chasing brigands and doing small-time contracts. What do you proclaim to the men the company will set out to do? We can either choose to get the company's strength back to 12 men, to make a formidable force, or we can focus on making allies. Seeing as we need some bodies to replace people who will probably drop dead in, like, our long life of being a company, I'm gonna focus on just getting the company's strength back up. It will make us a formidable force again and allow us to take on more profitable work. We are battle brothers after all, not battle friends. There we go, let's break camp and let's head to Norberg. Hello. We cannot do any contracts here. We can, however, maybe find employment elsewhere. Marketplace, anything. We can get a better price for the woodcutter's axe here, so we'll sell that. I could also sell the light crossbow, but I kind of want to keep that, in case we get someone else that's really good at, like, ranged stuff. They're now selling that ring for 460, of course they are. Extortionists. Any weapons? Not really. We'll keep the knife. It's a good backup weapon to have. It's also very light. We hire anyone? I mean, yeah, we could. Might go for the Vagabond at some point, but Ilrich is actually a level up. He's a wild man. Huh. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to afford many of these. We're just going to leave it at 6 for now, and we're going to have to try and find some employment anywhere. Like, we can train people, but we don't have the money for that, first of all. Check out the temple, anything? Ooh. Have wounds treated so that they heal faster and don't worsen while on the road. Yeah, that looks, frankly, terrible. But it should heal on its own in a while. I don't think I can really, like, get any jobs over there, which is a little bit worrying. If we're not going to have any form of income, you know, we're not going to be doing that well. I think we'll head down to Sommersholm. Or maybe Felsheim. No, we'll go and check out Sommersholm first. We'll see if there's anyone we can talk to. Maybe some brigands to encounter along the way. Armor. There's a tavern here. Good. Share news and rumors with the patrons. Great militia before. Tell me. Spears are the best weapons for men. For when the men don't know what they're doing yet. Cheap and easy to hit with. Put a few men together for a spear roll. It's hard to even get close. Yeah, that makes sense. I was kind of hoping to be able to find work somewhere, though. And there's more people here to hire. A grave digger? Ooh. A bowyer? Ooh. You come with your own things. I'm very poor, though. Got a peddler. A deserter. Ooh. Emmerich Turncloak. That's usually not someone you want to, like, trust. Wilrich the Weasel. Ooh. I don't tend to trust weasels all that much. Yeah, it doesn't look like we can find work anywhere that easily. I've got war dogs though. No, if we could actually like use those. If we had the money for them, that would be great. We'll head up to Felsheim. We'll see what we can do over there. Keep an eye out for any brigands along the way, of course. We might be able to find some peasants getting ambushed. Please, just tell me we can find work here. Aha! Contract available! Yes! We can find work, but first, let us check out any weapons. Ooh, they've got an arming sword. Pretty great sword as well. Yeah, we're not going to be able to afford any of that. Not for a long time. We'll pick up a cheap hood as extra head armor. Just in case someone happens to go down. Or no, something can break. But we have a contract available! Hubert the Steward welcomes you and walks you toward Felsheim's square. There's a party of peasants milling about. But when they see you coming, they shape up and start talking as though they've been expecting you all along. They mostly talk in descriptors. Tall as any man. Armor like you'd never seen before. Spears as sharp as a peddler's tongue. You hold your hand up and ask to see what it is they're talking about. Hubert the Steward laughs. The men here say they saw some oddities out in a spot by the name of Tomb of Sir Giselher, just north of here. Naturally, they weren't out there for no reason. They were looking for something by the name of Coat of Sir Istvan. A relic dear to the town, for through it we pray for food and shelter. One of the peasants speaks up. We was looking for it at his behest. Hubert nods. Of course. Where they failed, perhaps you can succeed. Get this relic for me, and you'll be paid quite well for your services. Pay no mind to their fairy tales. I'm sure there's nothing to worry about. Well, up here we can see the difficulty of the task. It's rated 1 skull, which is pretty much the easiest thing we'll be able to get. Sounds simple enough. What is the pay? Ooh. Rest assured that what I'm offering you now is a fine price for your work. You'll get 340 crowns when the contract is done. We need to be paid more for this. That's reasonable. You'll get 370 crowns. I accept your offer. The contract you negotiated is as follows. You agree to the terms. Obtain the coat of Sir Istvan at the tomb of Sir Giselher, and we get 370 crowns. I accept. Sweet. Can we hire any ruffians? Daytailer. Another brawler. Beggar. Aren't the most determined persons, and living on the street tends to be detrimental to their health. You know what? For only 4 daily pay, I'll pick up Ballon over there. We're back up to 7 people now. Huzzah. Although, we're gonna be down soon. Oh, he's actually got a decent ranged skill, so instead, you, sir, are going to be one of the lucky ones. You're gonna stick at the back. You'll get a hood. You'll get a bunch of bolts, and we'll have you become another ranger. Admittedly, your skill is pretty terrible, but for now it works. Your fatigue is also very good. I might be able to turn you into someone with a good melee skill then, because you've got the talent for it as well. That said, you're fragile. With a physique like an eggshell, this guy's not the natural born brawler. He's also hesitant, so less initiative. And his background's a bear, so he's not going to get that many bonuses. Now I do know that you're able to like shuffle people around. We'll work Super Sarge over to the left, and then we'll have Balon on the right. We can retreat them behind our shield wall quite easily. And that way we do have, you know, a solid middle. Everyone in the middle will be able to do their shield walls, give them nice defensive bonuses, that sort of thing, and we should be okay. You'll also get a better sackcloth. Haha. Brilliant. So we will be heading off towards the north then. Where would that be exactly? Oh dear lord. A long-forgotten crypt haunted by the ghost of the past. The dead won't find sleep here. You couldn't have picked anything a bit more close by? No? Good god, man. At Felsheim, the company comes across a small boy who's climbed up a tree and stuck out to the edge of a branch. He's reaching for a ball that's gotten stuck on the roof of his home. There's not a parent in sight to help him. When he sees you, he asks if you can help get the ball. Seems simple enough. Brad, you're sure-footed. Give him a hand. Brad clears his throat and steps forward. I'll be your hero, kid. He opens his arms, and the kid jumps down into them. The boy is set aside, and the sellsword points a finger to the earth. Stay down here. The sure-footed mercenary easily clambers up the tree and jumps over to the roof. He picks the ball up and spins it on a finger before he pirouettes off the eave like a tornado, landing right in his toes with a rather feminine grace. The boy claps excitedly and takes a toy. Even the most cynical of the men in the company are warmed by his happiness. Brad gets eager. Show off. That's cool. If we now check the company, Brad has got very good morale. Impressed everyone with his talents. He's also avenged the company and won a battle. Yeah, look at that, we're getting better. Our morale is less shaky. Now we are going to have to march into a tundra here, which is probably not going to be very good for people's morale. Or rather, for their movement. It does seem like we're able to move at decent speed for now, although we're literally entering the mountains. Which is going to slow us down a fair bit. But we are walking the path less trodden, which has to be respected, right? The Eagles of Fortune are marching towards some necro dancer crypt. It's gonna be horrible, frankly. Absolutely horrible. Oh! At the tomb of Sir Giselhair. You don't step into the ruins as much as clamber, hobbling over the stoneworks like a bat trying to walk upright. Getting to the bottom of the descent, you find what looks like hundreds of clay pots, old chariots more mulch than wood, and metal water basins filled with rusted shields and spears. Brad takes a torch and throws its glow towards the walls. Great murals run along the length of them, great artworks depicting battles you've never even heard of. Each step you take seems to unveil another ancient victory, until, finally, you come to a giant painted map. There you see a continent overrun with the rule of an empire, gilded its belly, blackened its borders. Brad walks over, the coat of Sir Istvan in hand. You nod and tell him it's time to go. When the two of you turn around, there's a man standing there with a spear in one hand and a shield in the other. Another figure joins them, and another. There are steps hitting the stone floor with metal malice. You yell at the company to run, and the both of you abandon the ruins in a hurry. There, the staccato clap of a death march on your heels. Outside, you wheel around, order the men to get ready for a fight. Before the first sellsword can so much as draw his sword, a stream of armored soldiers emerges from the ruins, stack formation and level their spears at you. Their lieutenant points a decayed finger and speaks with a voice, so graveled the words way deep in your chest. The Empire rises. The false king must die. To arms, men! Your scout reports that he's seen the following. Some ancient auxiliaries. Oh, bucker. The first mission we take and we're already fighting mythological... Okay, here we are. We have our formation, which is great. You seem to have a short sword or something? Or maybe a club? You seem to have... I don't know, we can't really, like, judge that properly. You've got a bill hook, which is scary. You've got a spear, also kind of scary. We're gonna keep our people at range. Anton. Or Supersarge. I'm sorry. We can take a single aim shot, which gives us 49% chance to hit on these guys. Or we can take 229s. That might happen, you know. We can just pelt them with arrows for a while. We may not hit our intended target, but we hit the other guy. Fire fan, just hold for now. We're not gonna shield wall. They're not gonna be able to reach us in one go. I'm not really tempted to charge their shield wall either. We'll take a shot at this auxiliary here, and miss. Oh well. Now these people are dead. That should surprise absolutely nobody. So that is why I'm going to be a little bit careful about trying to engage dead people. They seem to have their little line up over there. We'll let them come to us, if we can. Yeah, just shield wall up. I'll have Brad set up a spear wall. He can, like, engage anyone that pops in over here. Oh, we can apparently do both shield wall and spear wall. That's amazing. I'm gonna move Super Sarge back one move. It's gonna, like, make sure he's not able to shoot twice, but he can shoot once, which is enough. We'll take a shot at this auxiliary and miss, sadly. Yeah, I was afraid that might happen. Otherwise, we would have been able to engage Super Sarge. I'll have Balon move over here. And we'll take a shot at this guy. We do hit him, but we don't do a lot of damage, sadly. I'll move you one step further. They're now in melee range with a shield wall. Oh, nice job, Brad. Very nice, you pushed him back twice. I could move Fire Fan up, admittedly, but I think it's better to try and hold off for now. We're gonna be careful with Siegfried because his head armor is the worst of all people here. Well, technically Fire Fan has a bandana, which is even worse, but I'm not really feeling it yet. I'll delay Fire Fan's turn, actually, which we can do by pressing spacebar, which is pretty great. I'll have Super Sarge pelt that guy with arrows. I would really like him to die. I'll use shield wall again, and we'll take a single swing. So it's good to know that we can both use our shield wall to raise our defensive capabilities, and strike at the enemy at the same time. And we have destroyed the first skeleton! Excellent. We're not going to take a shot at 5%. I can't really move you either. You know what? Might as well. We actually hit him in the shield. And he takes another poke. Twice! Our shield wall is doing a fantastic job. We've got Brad in reserve. He hasn't taken any actions yet. I'll probably... yeah, moving over there would lead us into zone of control. We can probably finish off this auxiliary. So I will go and try and do that. You take 4, you take 4. So we can either do an attack or just hold. I'll do the attack, because Fire Fan did manage to finish him off. I mean Brad, sorry. Very good. You can end your turn. Fire Fan. You should be able to move over there at the cost of all your AP. Hang in there, Siegfried. You are the rock. Wow. We are just not hitting anything on that guy. Fire fan, can you try and split his shield? Oh, well, you did decent damage to it. That's pretty much the next best thing. I'll move Balon up here. We're just gonna, like, pelt this guy. He is surrounded. He is terribly hurt. He should not be happy at all. He puts up a shield wall. That is to be expected. I need you to keep clubbing him. He's now near death, which is good. Brad gets a poke in. Just make sure to shield wall. Siegfried is now terribly injured. He's got exposed ribs. The shield wall's holding, but he is wavering. Come on, Firefman. Thank you. We can lob an arrow over the people here and try to finish this one off. It misses. But we can now sally forth. So that's okay. And Super Sarge snipes him for the kill. Cool. Yikes. Siegfried is just getting hammered all the day. He's just exposed ribs, gonna give him like 35% less hit points. We found 130 crowns. We found a falx, a short and heavy blade with a curved edge, designed for hacking and ripping bleeding wounds. Dulled over the years. It's worth quite a bit. We've got some auxiliary shields. They give a pretty good defense, actually, although they're not very durable. We've also found some helmets. Ooh, 95, but they do decrease vision. Sweet. Not a lot of loot, but you know, I'll take it. With the fighting over, you look at your attackers. They're shelled within armor you don't recognize. Brad tries to pry one of the corpses out of its helm, but to no avail. He looks incredulously at the body. It's like it's just stuck there, or a part of him, or something. You tell the men to gear up and get ready for a return to Hubert the Steward. No matter who these men are, you're out there to get the coat of Sir Istvan, and that part is done. Now it's time to get paid. Hell yeah, we're gonna get some money for this. It's a quite decent amount of money, actually. Especially given the fact that we didn't die doing it, and we found more loot as well. Speaking of loot, we got some things we need to address. For example, Super Sarge leveled up. We need to give him some extra range skill. +4. It's going to take him up to 53. I'll probably give you extra initiative as well, so you can move earlier. And I'll give you ranged defense, yeah. You're going to be at range, so not getting shot at. Probably a good idea. And I will make you a student of the arts as well. You know, gonna be helpful. What's the, how many fatigue do we build up with this? Doesn't, oh. Builds up 15 fatigue, fair enough. This builds up 25 fatigue. We've got some ancient household helmets. Poor Siegfried. He's just been battered every day of the week. You're worth 24. You're 16, but you're still pretty good. That said, these wooden shields are objectively superior. Same amount of defense. Same amount of fatigue reduction, but less health. That said, they are free. These household helmets, though, ooh. Fatigue -8 at the cost of 1 vision, which is going to be okay, given that, you know, we're going to probably hand those out to people who are going to be standing in the lines. I'll give this to Fire Fan. Ooh, that looks really good, actually. Super Sarge, you get his headscarf. Makes you look like a badass. And who is the person with the least amount of armor? It's probably Siegfried. Like, he's got a decent gambeson, sure, but his head. Ah, that's amazing. I love it. Sadly, Siegfried has just been getting beaten on, so he hasn't really gotten much experience yet. James is about to level up, though. You did kill an ancient auxiliary. Siegfried hasn't killed anyone yet. Neither has Balon, but he literally just signed up with us. you know. That Falx. 25 to 35. It's a cleaver. Huh. How does that compare to the bludgeon we have? Not favorably. Although, a lot more of the bludgeon ignores the armor because it's a mace. And said it's slightly more effective against armor itself. You would do a little bit more guaranteed damage. I think I will just stick with the bludgeon for now. Yeah. Okay. That is going pretty well, I'll be honest. 1 point of tools is required to repair 15 points of item condition. That is good to know. Still got plenty of ammo for now, so we don't have to worry about that. Food is doing okay. It's gonna last us for 2 more days, which is, you know, not great, but then again, we are not traveling on super far voyages yet either. Just paid our men. How much do we have to pay an upkeep per day, actually? Probably tells us over here. You pay out 70 crowns per day. This will last us 1 full more day, but it's okay, we're about to get paid. Some of that lovely, lovely dosh. Put some more tracks in the area. Hubert the Steward meets you at the town square. You hand over the coat of Sir Istvan, and the man cradles it as if it were an infant he thought lost. After a moment of awkward embrace with the relic, he holds it up high, letting the townspeople see it. They cheer for a time. Too long, truly. You have to elbow Hubert the Steward to remind him to pay you. We gain 370 crowns, and Felsheim is now in high spirits. We get an achievement. Blood money. High spirits. It's probably going to lead to decreased pricing. Yeah. Tempting to buy some stuff then. Worth 50. I'd love to get some better armor, but... well, this is neither the place nor the shop to get it from. Pickaxe, knife, nothing too great. We've got a reinforced wooden flail. Chance they hit ahead, plus 10%. Huh. Might get a pitchfork at some point for Firefan. He does seem like the type that would make good use of it. Medical supplies are looking good. Healing up all your men will take between 2 and 6 days, require between 4 and 11 medical supplies. You can carry 100 units at most. That's grossly overcharging for just about everything. It's advantages. And we'll pick up a bit of grain as well. Alright. We don't have any further contracts here, so let's head back to Norberg. And then we'll probably end the episode. It's been a long one, again, but I kinda like it. I kinda like the game as well. We'll travel throughout the night to make it there faster. Oh, down to 78 ammo. Thought we were at 88. Anyway, we've got plenty of food, plenty of crowns, more importantly. People will know of our reputation. Soon. Then we should be able to get more work. Oh yeah. Can't do anything here at night. I keep forgetting that for some reason. We'll set up camp at the outskirts of town then. And it's now morning, there we go. Hello people! No jobs? That's okay. Smithy! What do you think about these shields we have? You're gonna sell them? They're not bad, but, you know, they're not really good either. I'll keep you in reserve for now. I'll probably sell the Falx. It's gonna get us a decent bit of money. God, you've got so many good weapons. I want those. Ooh, the javelins are actually pretty good. Interesting. I might try using those at some point. Oh, you've got a lovely heater shield there, but I really shouldn't. I really shouldn't. I want things to look pretty, but the money. Can we hire anyone cheap? We've got a butcher. Butchers who used bloodshed. Day tailor and a militia man. Anyone that's been in the militia will have some basic training in the matters of combat. You would use up most of our money, though. Yeah, this town burned. That's a shame. I might hire you anyway. Just because you sound like a good person to have. You're really good at range defense, fatigue, and hit points. I mean, you came with decent armor, though. So it's not like I'm gonna say no. There we go. I'll give you a nice straw hat as well. The line expands! We are slowly filling our line up to the required 12 for our brothers to be happy. We'll travel up to Undheim and see if anyone's got any work for us. Then we'll call it an episode. It's been a long one, but like I said earlier, I'm having a ton of fun. It's a good game. Especially if you're into like the slower paced Mountain Blade Warband sort of thing. Alas, no work for us here. We'll probably travel to Whitehall and then maybe Lonberg as well. But that is going to be in the next episode. I would like to thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed it, do let me know by leaving a like and perhaps a comment down below as well. It's especially helpful with this new series. So please do show your support, I would really appreciate it. Subscribe if you have not yet done so and you would like to see some more episodes of Battle Brothers. The Eagles of Fortune are expanding. Pretty soon we'll be able to take on larger jobs and kill more people. Until next time, have a good one, folks.